Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. Anybody that's been in a store in the last 4 to 6 weeks knows that all-purpose flour and yeast are kind of hard to come by right now. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you guys a couple of quick bread recipes made with pancake mix instead of all-purpose flour. I'm going to show you a beer cheese bread, and I'm going to show you a way to make cornbread using the pancake mix instead of the all-purpose flour that normally goes in those recipes. Also going to use some homemade butter and some of my home waxed cheese as well. So I'm going to get this stuff set up here, and then I'm going to show you guys how to go about doing that. Alright guys, I got my ingredients out here for the beer cheese bread. I got about 3.5 cups of pancake mix in here. I've got a little over a cup of shredded cheese, and you want to use a cheese that has a fair amount of flavor. So this is a cheddar that I actually waxed. This cheddar right here is like a medium to sharp. When the waxed cheese has a chance to sit, it gets sharper as it sits. So you want a fairly full flavored cheese for this. A little homemade butter here. I got about probably 4 tablespoons in here. I'm going to use half of this for this recipe, the other half for the cornbread recipe. We're going to put the melted in here. And we're going to add this cheese in here. We're going to actually shred a little bit more cheese to put on top for a garnish when it's baked. I'm going to mix this up a little bit just to kind of incorporate the cheese and the pancake mix, getting it all over here. Now we're going to add enough beer into this. I'm just using a plain old Budweiser. You don't want to use too flat a beer for this. You want to use something that's got a little bit of flavor. You don't want to use like a really light beer or something. So like natural light would be definitely out for this. So in goes the Bud. Now we're going to mix this up. You can see it comes together rather quickly. Now we're going to take a greased bread pan. Scrape this out good. Kind of press it down into the corners of the pan a little bit. Now this is going to bake about an hour at 350. I'm actually going to take it out when it's just about done, maybe 10 minutes or so left, and I'm going to add probably another 1/4 cup or so of shredded cheese on top of this, so it kind of bakes and browns and gives it a nice crust. Alright, I'm going to start my second quick bread here. This one's going to be a cornbread. I got about 1.5 cups of pancake mix in here with a dash of salt. Now I'm going to add about a little over a cup of cornmeal. This is my dry canned cornmeal here that I put up. About that much. Get that mixed in good. Now we're going to add in about 3 tablespoons full of melted butter, and this is from my homemade butter like the other recipe. Now we're going to add in some sweetener. Now you can use sugar for this, or you can use honey for this. I'm actually going to use our own homemade maple syrup for this. Trying to concentrate on using our homemade ingredients and kind of the stuff that we store. We're going to do about 1/2 cup of maple syrup in here. Now we're going to add in 2 eggs. And we're going to add in a little bit of milk. Now, This milk right here, I've actually soured this milk. Buttermilk would be good for this, but I don't have any buttermilk. So what I did is I took a good cup of milk and I put a teaspoon and a half of white vinegar into it, and that basically makes you a soured milk that works really good in quick breads and biscuits and stuff. So I'm going to pour about half of this in, and we're going to mix this and see what our batter looks like. We don't want to add in too much liquid because the maple syrup is adding liquid into it, so we don't want a too thin a batter. And actually, this looks just about right. So that was about probably a 3/4 of a cup of soured milk that I have in this here. Just mix this good. A little lumpy from the couple chunks of butter in there. Now I'm going to take my cast iron pan here that I've got greased real well. Now this is going to go in the oven beside the beer bread. This doesn't have to cook near as long. This is probably going to go about 20 minutes to a half an hour. We're just going to kind of keep an eye on it, but we're going to pop this in now and let this bake and get a good crispy crust on it in this cast iron. Take a peek in the oven here. You can see the cornbread starting to rise, starting to brown around the edges, and you can see the beer cheese bread has rised up nicely. That was below the lip of the pan, and now it's a good couple inches above the top edge of the pan, so it's looking good here. We're going to close the door back up, let it cook for a little bit, and then we're going to take the stuff out. All right, the cornbread is done, and I took that out, and I spread the last 1/4 cup of the shredded cheese on top of the cheese bread. We're just going to keep this in here for another minute or two so it browns a little bit on top, and then we're going to take it out and everything will be finished. Well, as you can see, guys, pancake mix does make a good substitution for all-purpose flour in certain circumstances and certain recipes. So I just wanted to do this video to let you guys know that you can use your Krusties or your complete pancake mix for things other than pancakes and waffles. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you to all my subscribers out there. I recently reached over 5,000 subscribers on my channel, and I want to say thank you to all you guys for watching my videos. I hope you guys are getting a little entertainment and a little information out of my videos here. I enjoy sharing knowledge with you guys, and I enjoy reading the comments. You guys have a great day, and I hope you got something out of this video.